Hi, I'm Linda Burton-Williams, and I'm here with ProStar Professional Acting Program. And this is a certified program that they learn how to do all these wonderful things. They can go out and get jobs on film. So we are focusing on film acting right now. And we have done our warm-ups. Everybody's all warmed up to go. And if you might have watched the show we had where we brought these scripts onto this show and they had cold reads. So they all came up here and read the script for the very first time, and that's what a cold read is. And they have to act it out and try to bring it to life just by reading it maybe once before they get up here. So that's what a cold read is. And so they did that, and now they've went home and they've worked on these scenes quite a bit. And maybe at the end of the show we'll be able to ask them some specific questions of what they did to make these scenes actually work for them, because I know a couple people did a lot of extra work out of class to make these happen. So these I would call finished scenes because they're not on book anymore. They have their script taken away. So what we'll do next with these scenes is we're actually going to put them into a location. We're going to have a little crew there, and they're going to shoot them again. We'll do a master shot, which today, that's pretty much what you're going to get is a master shot or a three-quarter shot of all the actors, okay? So when they're on location, they'll be able to do the master shot with all the props and all the background and everything. And then we'll do over-the-shoulder shots and close-ups and three-quarter shots. So today, they'll only be doing the scene one time. But when they're on set and we're coming up with a final product, they'll be doing it over and over and over and over as we change camera angles and the lighting. So this is a camera, we're in a TV station now. So we have 3 cameras that are always on. So we're not going to do that kind of editing. They might do a little bit of editing, which is really great, but they might not do the final cut editing like we would for a final product. So what I'm hoping is after today, when we get these on with our regular crew, you will be able to see the final product on location and see what a difference that makes. Because this is a process, isn't it? So the actors, the cold read, they do their work on the scenes, they get it ready now, and then they go in front of another director, and it might be switched up a little bit. So these guys have to be on their toes all the time. So I think with that being said, I'd love to get started. And we're going to bring up a couple teenage children, they're not children, teenagers to come up and do their scene. And so they are actually in a school, in a hallway at a school. And so let's just get started. Thank you so much. And action.
I don't know, what if we get caught?
How? Who would know? So let's ditch and hit them all, like mess around and pick it on munchies like we planned.
Somebody will see us for sure.
No chance.
Somebody will see us and come back and snitch, and then we're in deep doo-doo.
Come on, it'll be neat. At least once.
What if our folks ever find out?
Nobody's going to see us.
It's a small world.
It's a small world. Already you're starting to sound like an old person. Hey, Alice Miller ditches all the time.
So?
She's never been caught.
Anyways, what are we going to do all day at the mall during the middle of the week? It won't be any fun not seeing our friends like on Saturdays.
It'll be neater. This way we'll have the whole place to ourselves for a change. There won't be anybody trying on all the clothes and hogging up the dressing rooms.
I'm tired of trying on clothes.
Then we can go to the sleep shop and lie around in the mattresses.
I don't think so.
Yesterday, you were all for it.
Yesterday, I didn't think about getting caught.
Thanks a lot, Flake. Well, I'm going. You can do what you want.
Wait a minute.
Well, you coming or not?
Yes, I guess. I don't know.
Forget it. I'm leaving.
Hold on. Relax a minute. Give me a break. I'm trying to make up my mind.
Well?
Okay. All right, I'll go.
Great.
But we have to be extra careful, okay? I mean, like, check out the mall real good for people we might know and everything.
Sure, sure.
And, maybe we should just hang out in the furniture stores and appliance places and, like, stay away from the clothing shops just to be on the safe side.
Are you kidding? I'm gonna check out some styles.
People are going to be watching us.
What people?
Salespeople?
So what? What can salespeople do?
Stare?
Huh?
Stare at us because they'll know we should be in school and make us feel guilty. Old people can make you feel bad by just looking at you.
Who cares?
I'm starting to worry about you.
Worry about me?
About your attitude, about not caring what other people think when you know you're doing something wrong.
Hey, look, are we going to stand around here arguing all day? Or are we going to hit the mall like we planned?
I'm not going.
Fine with me. You sit through Old Man Berg, showing slides of ancient Egypt and the pyramids and junk, and while you're looking at pictures of mummies, I'll be looking at cute shoes.
Oh wow, I forgot all about Old Man Berg. What a dork. And his breath is awful.
Yeah, and today, he'll be covering the exciting subject of pharaohs. No way. While he's covering pharaohs, I'll be covering sportswear.
We're both going to be covering sportswear? Let's do it.
Yay! So that was really wonderful. Thank you guys. That was really good. So they did a cold read with that, which they just said the words, and we actually did some exercises with it in class to get them ready for today. So some of the things we do are pulling on towels and throwing pillows and doing the whole scene angry or doing it happy. And you notice they did a lot of pausing and listening. Listening in scenes are really, really important. So I'm hoping that as we move on, everybody will be listening to each other and sharing their great talents with you. So would you guys like to bring those chairs up for our next scene? So we're going to have another scene getting ready for, and these are two wonderful actresses that have worked very, very hard on this scene, and we're really having a good time with it. So I think everybody's ready. So go ahead and have a seat, my dear. And I think we got the marks right. So we marked the chairs beforehand so that we could, run this smoothly. So we're hoping they're in the right place. So thank you and enjoy. Action.
So what's he doing?
Eating.
Again? That's like 4 times this morning. He's a skinny old man. Where in the heck does he...
Cut. This camera's not on. So get up and you just come over here and I'll introduce it again or something. Oh, now it's on? Okay. So you just start it again? Yeah, that's all right.
He goes back there.
And action.
So what's he doing?
Eating.
Again? That's like 4 times this morning. He's a skinny old man. Where the heck does he put it?
I don't know. He says that he's hypoglycemic and that he'll faint if he doesn't eat every single hour. And have I mentioned what a mean son of a gun he is?
Well, not since his last feeding. We need to make that phone call now because any money we get for him is going to go for food. So, do you have the phone?
Yeah, here it is.
Oh, where did you get that one?
Fat Mike sold it to me.
Fat Mike's a pickpocket.
So?
So that thing's probably hot.
Okay. We kidnapped an old man and we're about to ransom him. Dealing in stolen merchandise is basically a step backwards for us.
Forget I said anything. So, what are you going to say?
How's this? We got your father. If you want to see him again...
Wait a minute. What's with the voice?
I'm disguising it so no one will recognize it.
Oh, okay. So who do you think you are, Frank Sinatra? Your voice is hardly a recognizable entity.
What?
Well, nobody knows you. Jeez.
Excuse me, but you seem to forget that I have worked for this family.
Yeah, like you delivered flowers once, and that was 2 years ago. Get a grip.
I still think that I should change it.
Well, be my guest, but, use another voice.
Why?
Because we want to be taken seriously. What you're doing, it makes it sound like their uncle's being kidnapped by a cartoon.
Okay, I'll change it, but what do you think of our demands?
Well, I don't know. You do have to read it to me, but, for now, use your real voice.
Okay, all right, here we go. We want $1 million in small, non-sequential bills. We will call you back tomorrow and explain the plans of delivery.
Okay, what plan?
Well, I feel that we should run whoever it is delivering the money all around town before they place it in the trash bin.
Why?
So we'll know that they're not being followed.
You watched Dirty Harry again last night, didn't you?
Well,
Nothing. We're not running anyone anywhere. They'll just have them drop the cash off at noon, and the trash will be picked up by the city at 12:30, and we'll just get it then. And just tell them that we'll be watching, and if they see anybody following the truck, the deal's off.
oh my gosh, that's so boring.
Make the call. Jeez.
It's ringing. It's ringing. Hello. I think that you've been expecting our call. We have your uncle. I said we have your uncle. What? Hello? Hello? They hung up.
What do you mean they hung up?
They answered the phone, and there was a lot of noise.
So what kind of noise? Like a bad connection or something?
No, actually it sounded as if they were having a party. Anyway, I said, we have your uncle. And they said, what? I said, we have your uncle. And they said, good, and hung up.
You idiot. You dialed the wrong number.
Not too likely.
Give me the phone. I'll take care of this. Hello? I said hello. You might be able to hear me better if you turn the stereo down. Oh, a live band? Well, tell them to take 10. Thank you. Now, we have your uncle, and what I mean is, we're the ones who kidnapped him. What?
What's the matter?
Hold on. I told them that we have their uncle, and they said thank you. So what is going on? You talk to
Let
him.
me see that. Hello. I don't think you heard us just right, but we said that we kidnapped your uncle. Stop thanking us. Now, if you want to see him alive, you'll give us 1 million. I said 1 million. You want to stop laughing?
Give me that. You don't seem to get what we're saying. We have your uncle, and he's old and frail. Okay, so he's old and frail and nasty. You know, we're not going to get anywhere if you keep calling him names. If you want to see your uncle alive again, what do you mean you don't want to see him again? Why not? You people have got to be pretty sick. We'll call you back later.
I'm afraid to ask.
You should be.
Okay, well, what did they say?
They said that he's a mean old nasty man that no one really likes, but they're in his will, and they said keep him, so they don't want him back. Do you want me to get up?
Cut.
Do you want me to get up? I mean, I could have gotten up, you know. but
You
that's-
could have gotten up on live TV. Thank you so much.
No, I mean,
No, let's see. This is perfect because we did a scene and it was stopped, and we had talked about this before. So everything changes all the time. And this wasn't working at first. So see how things happen on television that we have to be ready for? You guys did awesome. It was a lot different without people laughing, wasn't it? Yes. Yes, because when we did it in class, we laughed and laughed and laughed because these guys are great. Their timing is wonderful, and it's a funny, funny scene. So I apologize for that. And so, yes, you may be excused.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Walk off.
I know. We talked about it before. We said, yes, you may, but that's all right. So, my two teenagers, would you come and get the chairs, please? Thank you.
So that they
I am going to get someone. We are still on live television, Patty. We're still on live television. Yes. This is why we do this, so that we can all get used to what happens on live television. I mean, this will go through editing, and some of the things might be changed, but everybody's here and doing the best they can, and this is what it's like on a set. So thank you so much, everybody. We have one more scene for you on this show, and it's our youngest kids in this class right now. We do have ages 7 to 78 in this class, so it's really wonderful. Well, I guess you're a little older than 7. She's now 9. She went to 7 to 9. No, no. We have 9 to 78 years old, so it's really wonderful. 76. I'm getting the things wrong. Anyway, so I had time to fill here anyway, so this is what I'm going to do, a little song and dance. No, now we're going to have our youngest couple come in, and I'm going to bring a prop in for them. And then I think I'm going to bring everybody up, so get ready. As soon as they're done with their scene, we're going to bring everybody up because we still have a few minutes for the show. And I'm going to ask you some questions on how you got prepared for this. So Gabe and Kate, be sure you're ready to come up on here when I ask you to. So everybody pay attention to what's happening on set. Okay, I'll be right back with their prop. And so we'll set the camera for them. And there we go. It's not on. Action.
How many times do we have to do this?
About 1,000 times.
I know. I just love it.
Me too.
You know why we love it, don't you?
Because you always get the part?
That's it. Don't your parents get down on you because you never rate?
Yeah, but my brother's winning sports brand keeps us in the top ratings, which gets me off the hook to do at least one thing I love to do, which is hang out with you.
I know. I love that too. When I know I look good and know I'm the best at what I do, it's really helpful to have, a friend who loves me for all that. And our family's ratings are good and we're all happy.
What if Junie shows up?
Why would you want to bring up her? Want to ruin my day? She's older on her way out. She's at least 12.
Well, we're only a year and a half younger.
You were just not on my escalation today. After today, McDonald is going all the way up and will be allotted that new SUV. Besides, Janie isn't her season. She is real with Duke, Lauren, and Flip.
I wish I was real with Duke.
That would be good for your ratings, but don't hold your breath. Besides, you know what a great hog he is. Let's go and show them my stuff, okay?
Of course, just like always.
Good. So, these, I'd like to go around and everybody's going to say their first name. We still have a few minutes for the show. So I'm going to ask you some personal questions about what you did to get ready for this, okay? Because there's a lot of different circumstances here. So would you please start and just slate your name into the camera?
Hi, I'm Nia Volmer.
Go ahead.
My name's Keith Gibson.
My name is Gabrielle Hawkins.
My name is Kate Spears.
I'm Rebecca Green.
And I'm Patty Matlock.
Yes, so I'm going to start with Patty and Becky. Would you tell the people in the audience a little bit about how you got ready for this scene?
Well, Becky and I worked together outside of the class quite a bit. We memorized and performed in her home and tried different actions and expressions and dynamics, anger dynamics and combative dynamics, and the more we did it, the better we got. Okay, there's some things that we didn't do here that we would like to do on film that had more action to it, and but we would have been out of the frame and everything. But it was a lot of fun, a lot of interaction, and I love it.
So Becky, go ahead and say a little bit more about that, maybe.
Well, for myself, just as Patty mentioned, we rehearsed several times a week and got to know our characters, did character biography and breakdown, and I myself personally tried to stay in character a lot, so I would get to know the character, and thus is the result. I feel that I've gotten to know the character a lot now. So
yes, and what I'd like to add about that too is when we were in class, we were laughing so hard. So it's really a different thing, a dynamic for them to come up here and do it and keep the same intention. And nobody's laughing, but they did it. It was awesome, and I didn't warn them that would be happening. So very, very good on staying focused, you guys, because it is so much different than when the class is crawling on the floor giggling, and we were. It was just funny to see how good these two had worked. So I'm going to jump to these two right now because their life is a lot different than theirs. They had a little more spare time, and then we'll talk to the teenagers that are really busy. But so Naya, would you explain how many times you've got to do this with your scene partner, and go ahead and tell the audience.
I got to do this with my scene partner about 5 times-ish, because we don't really live in the same place, so I don't see her that often. I just see her at classes. And since I have something after school now, I haven't even been coming here often that much. So
we have, that's another actor that is really busy. She's in a play right now, and she was just on set for an educational video. These 4 got to do an educational video, so they were on set just this last weekend, and we're really busy. So, you know, and she's going to Portland a lot for auditions now. She has a new agent. So there's a lot of things that everybody is changing for everybody, and we have to fit the time in to be the best actor that we can for these scenes. Everybody's done a really good job. Cadence, would you tell the audience how much time you've put in? Tell them how many actors have done this scene with you since you didn't have a partner.
Well, my partner was doing something out of town, so I got to work with a lot of people. I got different experiences, like I watched scenes and helped them. I did it with about 3 different people. It was really interesting to see who I got paired up with and what differences and what same. It was just a really good scene to do.
Yeah, so you got a lot of different experience and a lot of different input on your character, didn't you?
Yeah, and I got to see a lot of scenes too, and that was fun.
Yeah, and you helped them with the scenes also. Another thing that these guys, if you noticed, they were looking in a mirror, so they were actually looking in the camera, where all of the other scenes were kind of a slice of life that they weren't supposed to look into the camera. So that was a little different for these youngins. They were supposed to look in the camera. So let's hear it from the teenagers. Kate, would you share a little bit about what kind of work you did on this?
Okay, so really, since Gabe and I are busy with school and everything, we kind of only got to practice alone or during class, and then a couple times we got to practice at school, which was really good. And yeah, it takes a lot of practice to get down and memorize a script, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, good, good. Gabe?
Yeah, I think for both of us it was pretty easy to memorize because I think just practicing it over and over again really helps you. You don't even have to really try too hard, at least for us.
Yeah, well, they have those young brains, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm just really glad that everybody had the chance to work on it and get these done. And like I said, the next step for us is we're actually going to do this next week. We're going to take these scenes and put them in a location where this would really be happening. I believe these will be in a hallway, and these guys will not be in a bathroom, but they will look in a place that's like a bathroom, and with a really nice background. And then these 2 young ladies will be looking like they're in a warehouse that has been torn down. So is there anything else you'd like to share? Yes, Cadence.
You just told them our scene secret, that it's not going to be really in the bathroom.
Oh, well, forget I said that. Mum's the word. And then you might not be here next week. So we will all get that straightened out. So I'm just trying to think of something we could do for a couple minutes to share with the yes, improv. Okay.
Yeah, the little thing where someone goes up and taps it, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So let's have Cadence, and you start a scene, and you guys step out there. And we have about 4 minutes, so we're just going to do a quick. So start a scene about school.
Okay.
detention.
I get 3 days. What the heck are you talking about, woman?
I looked at the cameras. I saw you the other day throwing recycling in the trash bin.
What kind of down to earth, earthy worm are you?
I'm your mother. Don't talk to me like that.
What? You said detention. What is it, home detention?
How could you be so stupid? Why? How could you have done something like this?
What?
You stole from the grocery store?
It's a grocery store. Who cares?
You stole something from a place and you didn't pay for it. Why?
Because you always say to save your money like a good person.
So what happened to the ring?
What ring?
The one I gave you 2 years ago.
I don't see it.
Well, it was there. It was there.
When?
When? 1 day ago.
I didn't look it.
Well, it has to be on me 2 places.
Do you want to go to that Taylor Swift concert with me?
Okay.
Are you not a Taylor Swift fan?
I'm more of a Beyonce fan.
You don't like Taylor Swift?
Not that much.
How?
Shake it
How?
off. Shake it off too.
No.
Where's your mother? She didn't tie your shoelaces.
Hey!
Yeah, well, you know, she's supposed to tie your shoelaces. If you can't tie them, I should tie them. So how come you're not...
She's a busy person.
So, yeah, well...
She's a doctor.
Oh,
She
okay.
works down in her basement.
Okay, so how come you're not in school? Yeah,
I'm a homeschooled person. It's my lunch break. It's my 2-hour lunch break.
So you're not even, but you're not in school. I mean, you should be at school and having your lunch break. You shouldn't be out by yourself.
My mom doesn't believe in school.
Being a doctor, I can, yeah, give me a break.
Why are you
So-
in my house in the first
so,
place?
You better skip on, just skip on.
You mean
I'm
skip
just-
down there?
I'm-
Because I'm not allowed to
I'm-
skip down there.
All right, thank you. Let's give everybody a hand. You stayed up here a long time, didn't you? Okay, so I think that's all we have for today. I really appreciate you watching ProStar with me and all of my wonderful students. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.